red side, you have Pyjamas Party, Crimson Horror, and Captain Maximus. On the blue side, you have X-Smoke Cinnamon, Echo Deco-chan, and Deathwing. These are all really good LCS players.
There it is, okay.
The first band coming out from X-Smoke is Fizz. He knows that the enemy, Captain Maximus, is known for his good Fizz plays. And I want to destroy the enemies from being able to actually carry the game. Now the Reds...
Nico is one banning, and he doesn't know nothing about banning.
Now the red side, Nico is Pyjamas Party bans Morgana, because they don't want to face that annoying spell shield. And in comes the Vel'Koz ban. X-Merc Animal knows that Crimson Horror has a very nice track record of the Dawn. What will Pyjamas Party ban her next? He bans Diacea. He knows that Deathwing is great on Diacea and has shown up in several games already this season. This is very intense. Last ban coming out now for the blue team. I gotta turn off the music because it's distracting me from being the great LCS caster.
Brilliant.
And the last ban coming out is Riven. Because Riven is annoying apparently.
He target banned me!
He Xbox Cinnamon apparently target banned his own player. Deathwing has had several good performances on Deathwing recently. We'll see what's going through the mind. And last ban is Victor. Also apparently targeted towards Deathwing. Seems like Deathwing here is having a rough time when even his own team is banning against him.
Well, I'm going bot.
Oh,
What?
first pick for Xbox Cinnamon is
The
the Echo. It's an interesting pick. Let's see if they can make it work where so many other pros this season has not. He has not a great track record of making this win. And here's the Bard. Pyjamas Party is actually known for his pretty nice Bard plays. And Crimson Horror is going for the Ezreal. Apparently he's going to go that new fancy Ezreal. Ezreal Smite mid. Let's see here what they take on the second rotation. Deathwing hovers over Zed, and Echo is hovering over Ziggs. No, he's changing to Gnar. Ziggs, Gnar. They're hovering over a lot of things. Let's just see what they lock in.
I don't know what the fuck to play.
They're hovering over Teemo now, but surely that's just a fluke to get the people happy. Woo! You can hear how the crowd is really excited about this one.
Crowd.
So the Deathwing finally locks in the Zed for the mid lane. And here comes Echo Deco-chan with the Ziggs play. Let's see if Echo Deco-chan can make Ziggs work in another lane. Because I'm guessing that Deathwing is going mid, but we shall never see. Because they'll die before they get into the rift. Last pick now for the red team. What will they pick? And what will they not? There's a lot of good picks still on left open here for them. He goes for the Darius. The Darius is a very dangerous pick in the right hands. And as far as I've seen before, the Darius is Captain Maximus a very good Darius player. Oh, it seems like it's been locked in and everything's done. X-Smoke Cinnamon on Echo. Echo Deco-chan on Ziggs, Deathwing on Zed. Pyjamas Party on Bard. Crimson Horror on Ezreal and Captain Maximus on Darius. Hashtag tweet at us at LOL at the Uncle Bourbon with hashtag blue team or hashtag red team with who you're going to think is going to win this. And now we're going to watch the delay timer tick down. And while we do that, we're going to head into and talk to the teams. How do you feel?
Bad.
He feels bad. Echo has lots
I'm really scared of that Bard because I know he's the Bard master and all.
Yes, he has
So I'm gonna have
recently.
to kill him every time I get the chance.
Yes.
I'm gonna flash and do everything in my power to kill that bard.
Yes, I feel how you feel. Right, because that bard is an annoying pick. It can really help them snowball this game out of control.
It's such a strong pick, and when bard gets a kill, even when it's like 0-5, you know it's over.
Yeah, if you let the bard get rolling, it's really going to steamroll you. Apparently, you're not the only ones with nerves, because the Crimson Horror feels is going to die this time, and I cannot agree with that. I think the red team here is going to be having a very strong laning phase, but when it comes down to team fights, I do believe that the blue team will have that better.
Also, I really like the Sig summoners that helps me get my mana back when I'm sad.
Yes, it's a very interesting new innovation in the mid lane to see Sigs actually run clarity. A lot of other people are more focused on staying alive and running heal or barrier. But apparently this Sigs wants that mana for throwing the bombs. But as we all know, mana won't help when you're dead. Hopefully...
Brilliant.
Hopefully we know though that Echo can make that work with this. We'll see though. I've seen him spam it a lot in solo queue recently and have moderate success on it. So his team must be confident in that summoner's pick. As well as their coach Coach Coke. Got to feel very confident on that. And on the other side, Coach Date Rape Drug has drafted a really strong pick. Knowing what to go for with the poke on the Ezreal and be ready to pick somebody up with the Darius. We shall see though, as we are soon to head into the Rift, and we'll see who wins. Seeing as the red side is the stronger in the laning phase, perhaps that will be strong enough for them to snowball. They're not known for the great objective control as the strategic play. However, blue team has had a great success in the objective part of the game. All to the team captain Deathwing, who's been complaining about not enough objectives being taken and changing focus of the team to objective styled gameplay. And here we are, loading into the Rift to see who will emerge victorious on this occasion.
Oh.
Now I'm going to mute you guys.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, dude.
I can't have you here if I'm gonna shoutcast this.
Nico,
Yes.
you know you get HP if you catch my bombs?
Do I?
And here we are, about to load into the Rift. The Shockblade's head coming out. Apparently, the blue team does outskin the enemies, and that's a big strength that they're going to have going into this play. So we'll see who's going to win this. Send in your tweets to the Uncle Bourbon with either hashtag blue team win or hashtag red team win to see who of these two great teams are gonna go to the LCS finals in Stockholm this year. And here we are. We have loaded onto the Rift and see what the two enemies can do against each other. I'm a bit curious to see how this bard is going to impact the enemies and get rolling. And for me, there are no people on the map at all. There are not a single one here. No, now they're loading in to the Rift. We have the Darius over there, together with the bard and the Crimson Horror. We shall see who comes victorious as they now load onto the Rift and are heading out to the play. It seems like Echo is not going for that mid lane that he so loves, but he's apparently been relegated to the bot lane. Well, it seems like there's not gonna be a lane swap and he's going to run straight into Bard. I feel like this is a winning matchup for Echo already. Perhaps the red team should have explored the options of a lane swap instead of going for standard lanes here. It seems that the Echo on Semo Cinnamon is sitting in the bush, just waiting to not be ambushed by anything strange on the red team. But it seems like the red team is just going to sit in their lanes and not at all put up any defensive wards, prompting the blue team to be able to invade at all if they want to. Ezreal apparently calls for the drag to be done. But what is this? It seems like Deathwing is bad-mannering Pyjamas Party, but nothing comes of it. And now Ezreal is moving up towards the top lane, where Captain Maximus is hiding in a bush waiting for Cinnamon. But he thought better of it and went backwards.
Minions have spawned.
Oh, the minions have spawned now. It seems like he's putting down a ward to spot down where Deathwing is. And both of them are just sitting there, bad-mannering each other. Echo is standing in the bush, as is mirrored by his top lane counterpart on the enemy team. It will be interesting to see how the Bard will handle this lane. Now they've started, and it's a great farm fest already. Oh my god, Crimson Horror actually hits an auto attack of the Deathwing. It's so amazing started. Deathwing hits his Shadow Shuriken, and he takes a bit of damage. It's an action-packed start to this game. Captain Maximus is sitting there, spamming his emotes. It would seem like he does not know where everyone is. Oh, he's going out now, and he's going for Exo Cinnamon. But they're trading a bit in favor of Darius, who has to recognize the force at which he's dealing with. But once again, Darius comes out ahead. Now we'll see what happens. This is the view of the blue team. Not a lot of wards there, very dark in the jungle, very unsafe. But they have vision on all the enemies. So far, we have pretty even CS on all lanes, except for the bot lane, where the expected Sigs are taking a huge advantage of the Bard. But the Bard hasn't taken that much damage though. Either that or... Oh, here comes a bit of a harass from Bard, but Echo eats it and just walks away, because Bard's cancel him off. But it looks like the harass on the mid lane is being kept up by this irritating Ezreal apparently. Deathwing is hitting a lot of CS here. Not CS, but a lot of harass. It might make it hard for him to stay in lane, because this Ezreal is hitting every single thing right now. It just looks like Deathwing isn't performing. Exmo Cinnamon is also having a hard time in his top lane. Like I predicted, the laning phase for the blue team isn't the greatest. But if they can just survive the laning phases and get together as a team, I feel like they have a greater team comp to fight in this game. However, it might not be that good. We shall see later. Semo is just trying to zone out the Darius to get a bit of a farm back. It's still very even on the farm though. 8 to 9 Darius in the lead. Mid lane, however, is marked by an actual lead by Deathwing. 23 to 14. That's pretty big at 4 minutes in. But a lot can change as Deathwing has taken a lot of damage from the Ezreal. But the Ezreal is now out of mana. And it seems like... Oh, there's things happening in top lane. Captain Maximus, he's going to go down. Is he going to go down? No, the flash is going to keep him alive. But that's a great play from Cinnamon. Yeah, as we can totally see here, he got a bit caught out. We're going to jump back a bit in time to see that play again. This is the play that happened. They were farming a bit here for a while. Whilst we were checking top lane. As you can see here, the Echo is walking around, showing a bit of respect, but he's got the level advantage, which is very important at this stage of the game. And then he's going to go in, he's going to drag in, but as that happens, the Darius takes a lot of damage from the passive proc on Cinnamon and has to run away. And he almost dies as well, only surviving barely from that. That was a very good, well play by Cinnamon. As we're heading back, nothing major has happened. The farm fest that is this game has continued. The only great things that have happened has been in the top lane. And now it would seem that the Deathwing is still in lane with 39 to 26 CS. Great in favor of this Zed. That might be a big problem for this Ezreal, as he's already out of mana and won't have the ability to poke anymore. Darius has to be very safe in lane as he didn't back. He has very little HP now. So we shall see what happens as the Echo is still sitting there just zoning in from the farm. In bot lane there's a farm fest and it would seem that Echo is out of mana and just has to farm with his auto attacks. That opens up a great deal for Bard, because Bard has his health packs that he can just walk back to. With that mana he can just put up a new one all the time. Very interesting to see this game. It seems like mid lane is a lot of the focus here, seeing as how they both reach level 6. This is where I expect things to happen first. Because Exmo is only 5 and Captain Maximus is also only 5. But it might be a no, he missed the pull into the tower. Maximus is now level 6 though, however he's out of mana and I doubt he'll be able to do anything with that. Let's keep our eye on the mid lane again, to make sure that we do not miss any counter play by this. So far the blue team is winning this laning phase after all. Oh, that's a great poke with the Shadow Shuriken. Hits the both from his shadow and from himself. Darius has to back, and he hasn't slipped at all behind, because there's 27 to 24 CS still. As we can see, the Crimson Horror is now at half HP with no mana, with a full HP Zed. This is not a lane I'd want to be in. However, he might be able to just jump away if he tries for a gank, like a dive here. It seems like Crimson Horror finally realizes that he has to go back. No, he decides against it and wants to stay in lane for a bit more farm. Here's things happening in the top lane though. Captain Maximus is dragging him in, but nothing comes of it. He's able to just safely walk away. That accent's so annoying to do. I'm just gonna do this my regular one. No. Apparently Echo is not farming at all, even though he should be able to with a Bard on the enemy side. He's manaless, but he should just use his auto attacks. He missed that CS and that sucks. Apparently Deathwing's now going to try for a roll-up towards the bot lane. Let's see what happens. This is the first piece of news. There's a fight in top lane. Ignite goes down onto Xbox Cinnamon. The exhaust goes down onto Darius. Darius ults! But he ults backwards! Oh my god, that's a great play by the Cinnamon, but he's still dead to the Darius. Darius takes first blood of this game. Let's see if this gank on the bot lane happens to anything. It seemed like the Echo bit off more than he could chew. As nothing comes of it, he decides to back off. With Deathwing back in camp, he's going to return with Bilgewater the Cutlass and dual longswords. That's going to be hard, and boots as well. That's going to be hard to deal with for that mid lane Ezreal. Ezreal pops his ult, but doesn't hit anything on the way, more than minions. Well, that's good, because that's going to make sure that Deathwing's going to lose that entire wave to the turret. That was a great play by Crimson Horror to ensure that he was going to lose a lot of CS. Up in the top lane, it's Sheen versus a Tiamat and Boots. I feel like this will give the edge to the Darius. Because of that Tiamat, he's going to do a lot of damage onto this Echo. And Echo's going to be has to be really careful as to not die. There's still a huge CS differences mid lane though, 48 to 73. Deathwing doesn't even need kills, he just needs to farm, and then he's going to be a real monster this game. Bot lane, oh, the stun hits from Pyjamas Party, but he has nothing to follow it up with. Missed Q by Echo. And he uses this to keep the push up. The turret's about to go down, and he ults! Just to get the extra bit of harass and show lane dominance. I feel like 771 might be out of position. He gets the dragon! Oh, this might be bad. If the Dunk Master decides to dunk now, I'm fairly certain that the Echo will go down. He ults, but he ults backwards and he dodges that! And his Deathwing for the gank, he's gonna get him! Deathwing kills Captain Maximus, and that's a get back for the blue team. It's now ahead with 1k gold. That was a great play by Deathwing to recognize that he needed to help his top laner and roam as he was so far ahead in CS. He's still 81 to 58 CS in this mid lane, and with a kill on his name, he's now going to be an even scarier role. How it seemed like Crimson Horror decided to roam down towards bot lane, but being pinged out by the blue team. And Echo realizing that he needs to back off. And there falls the first turret of the game, ladies and gentlemen, on that top side to that Echo. Ensuring the blue team extends their lead to 9.3k over 7.4k. That's a 2k gold lead. That isn't too much. Oh, a bit of poke hits here. Let's see if they decide to do something. There's no one else in here. No, Crimson Horror just jumps over the wall and says, no thank you, I will not have any of that. The farm fest in the mid lane continues. A bit of harass hits here and there from Deathwing. But as he is said now with the Bilgewater Cutlass, he's able to sustain a lot of that damage. But here comes Darius down. Or is he just going to go for the red buff? Darius just goes for the red buff to ensure they can do much. TP coming up to top lane from the Echo. And that ult just misses. Echo now roaming around. Almost getting barged at half HP, so I don't really know what he was doing there. But he's pinging it. Captain Maximus here. But Deathwing's ward will keep him safe. Remember kids, buy a ward, save a life. Maybe your own, maybe a friend's. Now that they know where this Darius has been, they can much easier prepare for it and react accordingly. By setting up the player. Oh, he gets the stun up! He gets the exhaust out, he ults him back, he's so low! Captain Maximus is going to go down. Oh, he goes down to Xenon. Great play by Echo to catch out the Darius on his way back to top lane. That's why you never face check the brushes, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna extend the lead of the blue team even further. Who are now 3k ahead of the red team. It's looking grim for Crimson Horror and his boys. The CS differences are racking up pretty hard. So, we'll see what happens here. Crimson Horror is now out of mana, and with no jungler in this game to help him get the blue buff, he's gonna be in a hard position. Bard here, see what he can do, roaming up to the mid lane. He's just going into the mid lane. Oh, he showed himself. And they got nothing for that. If you're thinking about dueling Deathwing, I think he's gonna get another thing coming from him. And I actually missed the fact that they have 2 turrets. The bot turret finally fell down after all the damage it's taken from that. Oh, and the ult onto Pyjamas Party. Bard is in a heap of trouble now, but the flash in after, the pop is not enough to kill him. Deathwing, after doing that, taking the turret shots, decides backing off is the wise choice. Darius back in top lane, but doesn't know really what he's going to do. He's walking around. We shall see. He's standing in the brush, waiting for Echo to come, but seeing Echo in mid lane, he realizes he's not gonna show up on the top lane. Bard is roaming down towards bot lane to see if they can catch out Echo here. Bard is, however, quite low. Oh, he goes straight into him. He doesn't get out that, but he gets away through the magical shield. But Echo is following. A heal will keep him alive. Will it be enough? Yes, it is enough. Echo, however, might go down to Crimson Horror, who's following after, but Crimson Horror thinks better of it. The Bard survived with 22 HP. Now that's a very close call, but it doesn't matter unless you kill them, people. Deathwing having to face against Captain Maximus in mid lane now, just keeping the turret safe. Pyjamas Party got executed by the Gromp instead. That's a very interesting thing to see. And it seems like Echo actually managed to steal the blue buff. The amazing place. And the flash is coming out. Left, right and center. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Darius coming in. They ping out. They are a bit afraid of the Darius. They know he's got a lot of damage. But there's a ward in that bush. They will see Deathwing as he's trying to get away. Oh, it's a miss. They were so close to getting in. But close enough. And you won't get anything. Crimson Horror is back in mid lane. Let's see what they can do together. He hits the harass, but he doesn't do enough damage. This AP Ezreal with the Rune Glaive seems to be having a bit of a problem here. And the Shadow forward. And the ultimate! The ultimate comes down onto Crimson Horror. Oh, but Deathwing takes too much damage and the pop is not enough. And Darius gets the dunk off on him. Oh my god, the dunk is off on him, and it's a double kill for Captain Maximus, who keeps his team's hopes of staying in this game alive. That's a 3-2. But the massive CS differences isn't going to make... The kills are not going to help them without some massive CS differences, and the fact that they have 0 objectives on the board. Echo smelling troubles backing off, and Darius, not wanting to contest that, backs off as well. The red team, even though they're leading on kills, are getting pushed back here. Now everybody's respawned. That 3-2, 3-2-0. Darius has all the gold of the enemy team. Let's see here what the gold differences are. Deathwing got 5k gold, that's 1k gold ahead of his respective mid laner. Eku Chan got 3.7k, that's 1k ahead of his respective laner. And that's 4.8k for the Echo, who's actually pretty even with Captain Maximus. It seems like there's going to be a dragon fight here, and they're going for it. Pyjamas Party might fall down. Shadow Shuriken coming out. The knockback from... Oh, the exploding satchel to knock him back was a great play by Eku Chan to secure that kill for Deathwing. Another kill for the blue team. And they continue to wreck this red team. And that will be a turret going down for the blue team. Extending their lead even more. That's all coming out from Echo, but oh, Israel doesn't hit anyone. Echo's up here defending that top turret. It's not going to go down today, ladies and gentlemen. Not today. This will ensure that they're going to keep the strength of the gold lead that is the blue team's lead alive. Deathwing warding up and make sure that everything is pinging to go towards top lane. It's going to be a three-man gang at top lane. Let's see if they can bait in Captain Maximus, who has 0 wards on the map right now. If Captain Maximus smiling something fishy. No, he just want to drag him out of the turret range. But that's going to help because there's Zed. Oh my god, he gets the dunk off of the turret, but that's not going to help him because the Zed picks up the counter kill. And that's a shutdown for Deathwing onto Darius. Captain Maximus thought he had a great play, but that's why vision is so important in this game, ladies and gentlemen. You have to make sure that you're absolutely safe when you go for flashing plays behind the enemy turrets. That this time cost him his life. Let's see here if something else is going to happen. The medical journey on the outside. Deathwing's going to follow Eku. The Shadow Clone forward offensively. The Q hits. Will this be enough? The exhaust goes down, but it might be enough. Eku jumping out of Pyjamas Party. That's another kill on the board for the blue team. It looks like the red team is just falling to pieces right now. And 1 minute and 40 seconds until the Baron spawns. I don't see how these teams are going to pick up the Baron in a very long time, but we'll see. Deathwing has got to be very pleased with his play today. 3-1-1 against this red team. The overall performances of both the teams going to feel good. Crimson Horror is going to feel like his team's going to step up and help him a bit. He hasn't died yet. And as well, Darius feels like his team's got to step up because he's got all the kills. So we'll see what happens as the game progresses. Echo might be in a bit of trouble here. They're running down from the mid lane, but no. He's pinging. They're pinging for Dragon. That might be the case. Eku Chan is standing still. Darius now starting to ward, realizing that he can't be caught out like that anymore. They're starting Dragon. It seems like they don't have wards on it, but they're going for the wards now. But this is a drag they can't contest. And that's the ultimate of the Pyjamas Party. Pyjamas Party takes a lot of damage, but he gets the stun up! The pop will not be enough, but it's gonna stop Eku Chan from putting it down any more damage, but he still falls down to the Shadow Clone and Shuriken. Well, it says a stun, it's not a stun, but it's a bit of a slow and damage onto Crimson Horror from the Exmo Xenomorph. The first objective of the game for the red team falls down to Darius. He's now going to camp here in the brush. Thank you, English, hard language. To see if anybody wants to come and face check him for that blue buff. They have no knowledge of where Darius went, and he has no knowledge of where the enemies are. That ultimate not gonna reveal anything. Is he gonna start the blue buff? Is anybody gonna face check that, or is they gonna be allowed to do it unchecked? Looks like the blue buffs went over Darius without anyone checking it. He's sitting there waiting for a chance to get a kill. And we missed a kill in the mid lane. A solo kill by Deathwing onto Crimson Horror. That's gotta be the death mark popping up. Let's go back in time and see the build up for that kill. Not that far. God. That's the fight from before. Here we are. Eku Chan almost falling down to Crimson Horror. He actually falls down to Crimson Aura, but Deathwing is then gonna come in with his Shadow Clone and pick up the kill. Oh, it's a flash even! The Shadow Clone behind to stop him in between them, and that's a kill onto him. Well, let's head back here and see what we can do. That's a 1-1-1 Israel now. 4-3-0, there he is. And Deathwing, with that Blade of the Ruined King, is so quick at pushing down these turrets. Darius has to react to this, otherwise he might be screwed. Red team turret falls down. That's another turret onto the blue team side. There's a 4k gold lead for them now. This will be a very tough game for them to come back to. Let's see if the outplays are real. He gets knocked in, but he ults onto him. Is the damage going to be enough? No, he ults him! Darius ults him! And the pop is not enough! He survives and he walks out of the ult range! Captain Maximus comes big with another kill. Let's see here. That's a Hex Drinker onto this Deathwing to survive a bit more damage. They're gonna go for gank to Crimson Horde. Crimson Horde just faces away because he knows something's coming. He spots that Echo ability and he just knows that he's gotta back off. Both teams, I feel, giving each other a lot of respect. The only thing keeping the blue team ahead right now is, oh, this might be a great play, but Darius doesn't walk into it. He actually drags Cinnamon into him, but Darius decides to flash off when he notices that there are more than one member of the enemy team there. The damage is not enough though. The ult has been blown by the Echo. Is that going to be enough to pick up? It might be enough. Will he kill him? It's enough. Echo Chan picks up the Darius. Oh. And there we go. They pick it up, the blue team picking up another kill on Captain Maximus. Gotta be safe in your own jungle. Crimson are standing there waiting for a chance to poke a bit, and they actually managed to. Nothing comes of it though, as Pion's party is trying to push down this blow turret and even out the global gold a bit. These turrets have given a bit. Well, that's pretty cute of you, One Damage here. Very cute of you. Let's see here what the blue team is going to come up with. They're dodging everything, but it seems like they're going to get the inhibitor turret, and then they're going to back off. A bit of miscommunication as Echo decides to go forward, but then backs off. Bard is going to be allowed to get back to base. Here, and let's see. The red buff is still up, as Darius before wasn't able to finish it. Deathwing picks it up. That's going to be a huge buff onto this set. Right now, Captain Maximus has finished his Banshee's Veil to ensure that the damage from Echo will not be enough. Oh my god! The ultimate hits and stops it from recalling. Captain Maximus picks up another kill onto this poor Siggs, who had nothing to say about that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you try and recall in a safer position. Because the enemies have a ward right in that bush. And they saw him right over here. They knew what was going on. More so even than he himself did. Let's see what's going to happen here though. Oh, he misses. And that signals that he can go on him. The Deathwing's gonna come up with the kill. The dunk comes down. And Deathwing is the one to come out of it with the kill. Great play by Deathwing. And whilst that happening, X-Smoke Cinnamon as Echo is gonna pick up another turret onto the top lane. The gold lead is just running away here for a 4k lead onto the blue team. Things were looking good for the red team, they were making plays going back to it, but now they got 2 open inhibitors and they still haven't taken the second tier turrets of the blue team. The blue team still has the first tier of the middle lane still alive and has barely taken any punishment at all. Deathwing recalls to the base and is going to pick up. There comes another ultimate to clear out the wave by Ezreal. Deathwing picks up the last whisper for that extra bit of damage to punch through any armor that the enemies might have. Said Colt BM by that on that S ult. Crimson Horde picks up Ekudeku-chan. We missed an entire series of events there. Let's jump back in time a bit and let's see if we can catch that out. Here's what was the build-up. Pyjamas Party was getting chased down by Ekudeku-chan. Ekudeku-chan actually getting Pyjamas Party quite low, but he's a Bard. Oh, that's a good exploding satchel. But that ultimate's gonna keep him in place and make sure the Bard's gonna get away safely. The ultimate is on cooldown for Ziggs. And there we go, and there's where Crimson Horror picks him up. A misplay by Ziggs to go through the unwatered jungle of the red team. We haven't seen too much from X-Smoke Venom on this game, except from the during the laning phase. He has just been trying to farm up and stay relevant. But here comes Deathwing. Pyjamas Party should really have backed off, not taking that much damage, but it seems like he decided to stay and push on the lane. That's gonna cost him. Here comes Deathwing. He misses a Shadow Shuriken. That might save Bard. Bard tries to heal, but no, he goes down to the auto attack from Deathwing. Another kill onto this set. 7-2-1. He's gotta feel good about this game. The captain of the blue team leading them to yet another victory here. It looks like they're off to a great start in this game. 26 minutes in, and it's a 10-8 game, but with a hefty gold lead on their side. Oh yeah, sorry about Cham. It might be a bit difficult for me to... I'm like new to this. I'm just doing this because it's fun. And that's another dragon picked up for the blue team. Crimson Horror goes and checks it, but it's already gone. And decides to back off, as he doesn't see the Echo. The Echo decides that he might be able to pick him up. But then he decides against it, and walks over the wall. Deathwing pushing up here for the middle inhibitor. Let's see if the red team can respond in time. They might be able to do something together here. The Ziggs hasn't been having his greatest game of his career. Let's see what's going to happen. They're pushing on the inhibitor, but they have to respect this. Oh my god, Ekudeku-chan gets hit onto the... I can't remember the name now, but the Bard ultimate. And Deathwing is pretty stuck inside of their base. He can't get out. He ults! He's going to pick up Pyjamas Party, but is it worth it? Is it worth it? Oh, he flashes over, but they are flashing it. There he goes, down to the Darius. Yeah, that's great. I appreciate your constructive feedback. It's actually very nice to hear somebody give me something that I can work with. Let's see here what Ziggs is going to do. Is he going to try and backdoor? Seems like Crimson Horror has got a feeling that something bad might happen here. Echo's going around. He phase shifts over and he finds Echo and does a great deal of damage to him. Misses the Q Arcane Pulse. They have to be careful here. Darius is looking mighty scary right now, and he's coming up. No, he's backing off instead. It would seem like he decides against going in for a 2v2. Darius went back because he wanted to pick up that last Whisper for that extra bit of damage. Even though the blue team has finally punched into the inhibitor turrets, they're having a hard time getting these inhibitors. It seems like it's on Deathwing to make the flashy plays that they've been doing the rest of this game to keep them into this game. Echo teleport down to bot lane just to clear out the wave and try to push it back towards the enemies. And it seems like as the red team is all up on the top side of the map, he will have no problem doing that. Pyjamas Party together with Captain Maximus are roaming together to see if they can pick up that red buff without getting interrupted like they were last time. A bit more wards coming up. That's an ultimate. Oh, that's a Sonya's to stop the ultimate pop. But is it going to save him though? He's so low. The Ignite coming out, and that's gonna be a kill. And the BM by Deathwing. But here comes Captain Maximus. Can he pick up Deathwing and stop his reign of terror? Oh my god, he actually get it, but he has already gotten his Shadow Clone onto the other side of the map, the wall. Here comes Echo. Echo goes in. He ults backwards onto Pyjamas Party. It takes half his HP! With one ultimate, that is a lot of damage. As Freak would say it, that's tons of damage. Perhaps he shouldn't have gone over that wall, but that's where Darius is. But the speed up he gets from proccing his passive is going to be enough. The Tempered Fate? No, it's not going to hit. Tempered Fate's what is it called? And meanwhile, Deathwing is split pushing this inhibitor. They're backing off, but I wonder if it's not too late for him to stop him. Xbox 7 actually picks up Pyjama's body from that. And the red team inhibitor actually goes down, but here comes Darius with a vengeance. With those Moby boots, he's got... Actually, Merc Edge. Oh, the ultimate goes down to Darius, but I can't help it wonder if that's a moment of desperation from Deathwing. Yes, the dunk comes down and picks Deathwing up. He will not survive this time. I feel like that was a bit of a misplay by Deathwing, staying to clear out those last few minions. Ekudika-chan misjudges where he can stand and still get caught up. It seems like the Arcanist 6 is not gonna just confuse your enemies as to where your hitboxes are. They're also confusing yourself. This game is, however, looking pretty grim dark for the red team. The gold lead is not that substantial, however, and they can still come back in it. With only two dragons on the board for the blue team, there's not a bunch of... There's not the threat of the 5th dragon for a while. Deathwing is not up for another second, and now he's up. Crimson Horror is chasing after Ekudika-chan, which he must have spotted somewhere around here, or he just wants to go up and clear that. Ekudika-chan is going to unwittingly walk straight into Crimson Horror, but Crimson Horror misses his goal. He doesn't want to go in because he knows that the Echo is up there, ready to go in. Oh, that's a 2-shot barrage. It doesn't deal all the HP. It takes them down to half HP each, but they're pretty safe as they can still walk out. Deathwing is coming down for Pyjama's body. Pyjama's body is out of position here. He might be out of luck. The Tempered Fate actually hit! That might be enough to save him! That was a great ultimate to keep himself alive. Deathwing's gotta be feeling pretty sore after that one. Seeing his prey walk away like that with that ultimate. Ezreal just now finishing that Ludus Echo for that extra bit of poke damage. But magical journey, and there's no one else there, and he misses a stun. He plunges it a bit too early, and the ultimate comes down from... Oh! Is it gonna be enough? No, it's not enough. Deathwing decides against going for that last auto attack. One can only speculate to why. That's a failed flash from Ekudika-chan. He doesn't get over the wall, and that's a Crimson Horror picking up Ekudika-chan. Deathwing, noticing that there are 3 members of the opposing team here, decides to back off and call it a day. Meanwhile, on top lane, Exmo X71 is still pushing out this lane. This game is coming up on 33 minutes soon, and it's still looking pretty even. 31 to 28.3k. The red team is catching up. Darius standing in the dragon pit. Deathwing is pinging at the dragon. He doesn't know if they're doing it or not. It seems like it's just a bait by Captain Maximus to make them come and face check him. Deathwing is smelling a trap. Let's see if he plonks down a ward. He does, and he does spot Captain Maximus, and his plan is foiled. But it seems like Crimson Horror is having a bit of a trouble keeping those super minions back. He might not even be able to go and save that inhibitor, but he opts to go and do it because right now the minion wave is pushed up. But the Echo don't just dive and make sure that every skill shot is missed, and that's another inhibitor going down on the red team side. Even though the gold lead might not be substantial, the blue team is systematically dismantling the base defenses for this red side. One might wonder what they're thinking right now. However, they do have a bit of luck in the fact that they have a Darius who is a great duelist, and that his ult can take down several people at once. Deathwing can only really pop one member and has to make sure he chooses the right one. Otherwise, an eventual team fight will be lost. They're going down towards Dragon. A TP coming down in from Echo. But it's warded, so the red team will know what's going on. I have a hard time seeing the red team being able to counter this. And that's the Dragon going down. That's the 3rd Drake over to the blue team, giving them a bit of mobility, which might help them. Oh, the thing just boards that and doesn't notice that the fact that there's a pink ward in that. 2-shot barrage comes down and does a lot of damage and clears out the minion wave, ensuring that the push is delayed. Let's see what's coming up. Echo's taking a lot of dive. but the phase shift away and will survive. Oh my god, the burst damage coming out from this Echo, and Deathwing will have to respect that damage. Instead of Cinnamon almost going down to the turret. There's a lot of damage coming in here, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of damage. Freak would be proud watching this game, because the tons of damage are real. The almost Ghostblade is finally being picked up by Deathwing, making sure that he will catch down those hard to catch elusive preys. And it's also looked like he started his build towards a Guardian Angel. That's the name. And it would seem like Echo is not exactly sure what he's building towards. He's got the Ada Wisp and the Needlessly Large Shot towards that Ludens Echo, but he's also got the Blasting Wand towards that Rabadon's Death Cap. It seems like he's not really sure what to build here. Echo, on the other hand, might be in a bit of a tight spot as Darius is coming up, the Dunk Master himself. Exo Cinema's trying to turn on him, but that might be detrimental to him, but he's still got his ult and he will be able to come out of this. He's standing inside of it, will he be able to get stunned? No, but he does pick up the shield. Now the rest of his team is here to help him. And the ult onto Captain Maximus. Captain Maximus is going to take a lot of damage, he's going to get down! And no one from the blue team is going to go down. Pyjamas Party is about to go down. The Flash. But here's Crimson Horror! Is he will he be able to save? No, he still goes down to Shadow. Triple shot barrage misses, but he eats a lot of tower shots. Will Deathwing goes out to the phase shift! Crimson Horror coming up big with the defense of his base. Even though they got 2 kills, Deathwing was too greedy for that kill. Not having any teammates being able to back him up was not the best thing. However, there's 10 seconds left until the respawn timers tick down for the red team. This might mean another inhibitor for the red team again. We'll see what happens. That's 3, 4, 2, 1, and they're back. They got home guards though, so they might be able to stop this, but the red inhibitor will still fall down. Ekadeka goes forward. That's detrimental. They far overstayed. He gets dragged in by the upper hand, and he's going down. No, he ults, and he dodges everything. But he finally goes down to the phase shift of Crimson Horror. Can't help but feel like they wanted to overreach there a little bit, trying to get more than they could with the farm. Ekadeka is in a position where he might not want to be. But he still gets out safely, as the Darius doesn't want to go and phase check him. At this point though, I feel like if the Darius would go to phase check Ekadeka would fall down very easily. Finally backing off, realizing that he can't take on the enemy team all by himself. Zed doing what Zed does best at this point in the game, he's trying to clip push and find those picks. The red team, however, is really good at roaming together. It seems like Ekadeka has finally decided to pick up the Ludens Echo instead of that Rabadon's Death Cap. We shall see here what happens. The split push is coming up. Crimson Horror, realizing that the split push is happening, sends the True Shot Barrage that way, hits Deathwing, and clears out his entire minion wave. It might not be enough though. The damages coming out from that late game Ezreal are huge! Deathwing really has to be able to respect this now, because otherwise he will just get poked down before he has time to react. And the damage comes out, he almost takes the 1 for 2! Deathwing looking for a place where he can get a bit of HP back. Deciding to go back to base as the safest option here. That Ezreal is really strong right now. It seems like the rest of the red team is trying on a death rush of the assassins. Sitting there waiting for somebody to go in and phase check the jungle so that Bard can stun them. However, if they don't back off now, they're gonna lose another inhibitor turret. No, Nexus turret. And if they lose Nexus turret, then there's just gonna be... The Nexus turret is going to go down. They didn't back off in time. This opens up a huge potential for Deathwing to pull off an Expecke and backdoor them. Darius picks up the Infinity Edge. Ooh, I don't know if Echo wanted to do that. No, it gets popped by Captain Maximus. Darius pick really shining through here today. It looks like they're having a bit of trouble clearing out these 3 super minions though. They're beating on the Nexus, but the spawning of their own minions will help them. That's another inhibitor turret. That's gonna be 3 inhibitors down for the blue team. They have taken 3. No, he noticed that the other team is ready to respond to it. And will back off accordingly. They do, however, have an entirely open Nexus that's just waiting to be smacked upon. We might see a backdoor come out. I'm not certain. I do not know. And Drake is up right now. So let's see if somebody decides to go for that. Ekuriko-chan uses his ultimate to farm. That's a true shot barrage to check the dragon. Deathwing though! Will he be able to pick up the kill? He will be able to take the kill! Oh, Deathwing coming up with another assassination on the Rift. Backing off after that to get himself a bit of HP. That's 55 seconds on that death timer. That's pretty long. As we have moved into 40 minutes of the game. It's still 16 to 14 and the gold is more even than it's ever been in this game. I feel like the red team has hit themselves back, but they've just lost so much. That's... Oh, Pyjamas Party got executed by the super minion. He's gonna be gone for another 55 seconds. So late in this game, that could mean the difference between a victory or a defeat. Deathwing, realizing his opportunity with the GA, is going to continue his split push up the mid lane, bot lane, rather, to see if they can do this. Darius, the sole defender of the base for another 8 seconds. They might not be able to finish now, as the Ezreal is coming up right now, and they are the people that they need for that defense. The True Barrage hits nothing. I can't help but fear that was a Hail Mary throw in desperation. But the inhibitor is about to respawn for the red team, but they just got another inhibitor, so the dream of the backdoor might still be alive. Flonging down the ward for the TP. That's the red inhibitor respawning. Let's see what the blue team does. Ekuriko-chan still far behind on this, as well as Pyjamas Party. Crimson Horror and the rest of the people on the map are level 18 now. Pyjamas Party and Ekuriko-chan still at level 16. Can't help but feel like they have not performed up to standards today. Striker EU says he hates skills. Oh my god, that's a great Tempered Fate. But he puts himself in a position where he can just be popped by Deathwing. So 771 is coming in for it. But he just misses that last ability. And 771 keeps himself alive. Now this is Darius coming out with the Moby Boots. The Home Guards with a vengeance. Nothing comes of it though. The ultimate's down on Captain Maximus. Deathwing, I feel. He died, but he's got his GA. So he's going to survive this. And with a... Ooh, Crimson Horror does... But will he pick up both of them? No, that's an ace for Deathwing. I can't help but feel like this is the game. 43 minutes into the game. This is a GG. Game is over. Deathwing want to make sure they leave the red bases in shambles. Leave nothing for your enemies. Take everything back. This is the Nexus turret. This is the last defense of the Bard. Will the Bard be able to do something here? Or is he just gonna... He just got popped again by Deathwing. Just popped up another kill. And that's the end of the game. Blue team coming up strong. Taking down the red team for the first time this season. Let's head back into the Skype call with the players and see what they have to say about the game.